Hey YouTube, and thanks for watching Junkworks Garage. Well, today I need to do, I'm working in my garage here. I can show you that. Got crud everywhere. But the point is that I've been cleaning my garage up, and in the midst of that, I've been kind of doing little walkarounds as I do things. I'm going to have an actual garage tour at some point because I'm completely changing everything. Unfortunately, I had everything on paper the way I wanted it, and it's absolutely not going to work at all the way I wanted it, but I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to make this garage the way I want it, at least more usable than it is right now. But regardless, the point of this video altogether is this right here, and it goes on this right here, which I can roll around my lift. I pointed to that earlier. On the runners of my lift when I'm filming stuff underneath the car on my lift. So I built this little thing for that, and I can pull this off and kind of, do this kind of thing with it. Well, this worked great for my old camera. It was a point and shoot camera that did everything for you and focused really clearly on everything. This ZV-E10 camera is not doing that so well. So I've also seen some things you can buy that help you negate that a little bit, but they're 150 bucks, and if I'm going to spend 150 bucks on something, I'd rather spend it on a part on a car or something like that rather than film equipment, to be honest. I've already more than outdone my budget on this camera for the year, and it's the second camera in less than 2 years that I've had to buy. So, you gotta, either I can buy film equipment and not be able to afford to fix the stuff that I film, so therefore have no YouTube videos, or I can buy parts and fix it and deal with what I have as far as filming. So regardless, the point of this is I want to try and build one of those Steadicam type things, although this is going to be a very, let's say, amateurish one. But I do think this kind of gave me the idea right here, because I used to take this, and it worked really well, and it even works okay just using this with that camera, but it's very light, super lightweight. It's made out of a chunk of wood, and it's got my camera topper on it that I can put my camera on. So it's too lightweight. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and build one and bring you along for the ride. Yet again, this is not going to be an end-all be-all to one of these type of things, but I'm hoping it'll work. And at the end, I'll probably take a little shop tour update right now, and I'll just kind of do a little bit of that just to show you tell you whether or not it worked. So I think I got everything I need now. I have this right here, which is the dowel that I put this on top of. So it's just like the end of a broomstick, a dowel, whatever you can find. Then whatever head works with your camera as far as that's concerned. I put a sheetrock screw in it here just to that's where it sits, and then I can tighten this on here. So this works well for my camera. You'll have to figure out, you could make this out of metal, dowel, wood, whatever you want to make this out of. The biggest thing is you got to figure out how to adapt that to the camera head here, or your tripod head here, and we'll go from there. So that's those two parts we got. Next thing I have right here is an old weight. It goes like that. Old set of dumbbells. Had these my whole life pretty much since I was a young kid. But regardless, they sit out in my garage and get rusted now. Got a piece of, technically all thread is what I would probably suggest using. I don't know where this came from. It's a piece of threaded rod. It had a wing nut on it already. Probably out of a piece of equipment of some sort, but I don't know. Regardless, all thread. I've got a big giant washer on that as well. So in the end, basically, I'm going to hook this to a weight, adapt that to this, and that will hopefully steady my hand with the camera on top. I should be able to put as many weights on here as I think I need, which this is probably more than enough. And I should be able to raise this up and down with the wing nut so that it just, you know, is where I want it. So regardless, we'll figure that out. I might even be able to cut this down to a smaller size if I decide. Mainly I'm just building my own personal, I don't know if they can call this a steady cam or what it's called, but it off kilters the weight so that it's not so top heavy and it doesn't feel the shakiness of your hand. So because I've pretty much already showed you what I'm doing as far as that's concerned, I'm just going to kind of fast forward through this. If you guys have questions or want me to slow down and explain more, I'll gladly do that in another video. Just leave comments below and I will tear this apart and kind of redo this video. So unless I see a lot of comments, then here we go. I got a lock nut and I thought it would hold it good enough, but I need to put this under there to stop it. And here we go. This is just, I just have this camera doesn't, it's not even hooked on actually. I just got it kind of hooked by the straps and kind of going against here, but it gives you an idea of what it will look like with a camera on top for the, you know, motion. Hopefully that will study that. We're gonna go ahead and put the camera that I'm filming on top of here. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull this off and I'm going to walk through the garage and do a video with just how I've been using it, and then we'll put it all together and we'll take another walk through and see if there's a difference. Well, I went in and checked this out. I can't really tell a huge difference. I think it's a little better with my Steadicam is what I'm calling it. Whatever you want to call it. I don't know the technical term for it, but I do think it's a little bit better with it, but I don't know, has it made a big enough difference? I also think the weight is a little bit actually too heavy, which might be hurting some things a little bit as well. So I do have some real large washers that are fairly heavy, but not too heavy, I may mess with. So if you decide to do something like this, and you're going to have to adapt it to your camera and that kind of stuff. I just did this video just to kind of see if, you know, I could make something more than anything. So if you thought it looked better or looked worse, please comment below. I would appreciate some comments. Hit that thumbs up, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to see anything more like this, I have playlists for everything I do on my channel. So go check out the, I believe it'll be technology playlist. I'll probably have these type of things in. So hopefully you get something out of it, enjoyed it. Now get out there and get your junk working. Thanks for watching Junk Works Garage, where I'm proud to say I'm a jack of all and master of none. You all have a good one. And none of that came out because I didn't have the microphone. Man, I'm going to have to get used to that.